Hi, everybody. I didn't really do a proper end of this season video for the Tiger Cats. I want to tie it all up. I know we're long past the end of the season. Eastern Finals over, the Grey Cup's over. The new schedule is out already for next season. So yeah, I never did a last episode, so I wanted to talk about the end of the Tiger Cat season, just briefly because, like I said, it's after the fact. Just quickly going through the phases of the game, I thought the defense played really well. I think they played well enough to win. They were really the only phase. Well, special teams played well too, but let's talk about defense first. We had picks. We had a couple of sacks. We had great coverage down the field. The defense showed up ready to win. They were, they really wanted to go to the Grey Cup. You could tell they were just poised and they were ready to play. The special teams, really in the first half, kept Montreal to really bad field position. They did a great job. They the tackling was good. The punts were okay. There was one that wasn't good. That they made all their field goals, so no real complaints there. They played well enough to win as well. The offense was I don't know. They just did. I don't think they played well. They started off well. They were not playing complementary football at all. Having to score a field goal on one of the turnovers instead of punching it in like they should have, especially in the playoffs. They tried to do a gadget play that went terribly wrong. We also had some stupid, uncharacteristic penalties by the offense. I can't remember who it was. An offensive lineman got two penalties on the same play, causing them to lose 25 yards. The play was a first down, so at least they kept their first down, but they lost 25 yards on a drive that was very promising, looking very promising. And then Bo throws a pick. So, for all the bluster and angriness that Bo had about not getting to start last year in the playoffs, he really didn't shine. Sorry, I mean you may hate me for saying it, but he didn't play well. The offense played terrible. But an extension of that, to be fair to them a little bit, an extension to that was the absolutely horrible game called by Milanovic, conservative, not creative, unimaginative, flat. I don't know. That game plan was not good. And so it's something you have to look at, something you have to look at for next season. Do we need an offensive coordinator? Should Milanovic be calling the plays? I'm saying, I'm here to say right now, no. No, he shouldn't be. But what do I know? I'm just an armchair quarterback, right? There's probably dynamics in the locker room that we don't know about. But I thought that game was not called well at all on offense. And I really think that it cost them the game. Now, I want to talk about officiating too here. Two things. There was a couple of plays that really okay, let's back up for a second. The Tiger Cats did not play well enough to win. Okay, I'm not blaming the refs for their loss. Okay, they did not play well enough to win. However, it still frustrates me to no end seeing missed calls or just ignoring things. My first example was going to be Alexander, the quarterback from Montreal, who is my new hated player. Like, I can't stand that guy. He's bush league. He's so immature. But he gets away with it. That's my point. Like, when he's on the one play where he scrambled, it was like in the first or second quarter, when he scrambled and he was running out of bounds and he pointed right at the Hamilton player and was like waving at him and stuff. Like, that's the kind of crap you see in high school, and even they get flagged for it. No flags, no nothing. There was a brutal missed no yards call on Montreal that would have improved field position for us. And then the last one, blatant, that I saw was Dequoy with interference on Lawler. It's like in the second quarter. Physically pulled his arm away when the ball was arriving. Like, it's stuff like that. And I'm sure I'm sure Montreal fans would be sitting at home going, Tabernac, you missed this call. There's probably lots of calls that were missed on them on the Tiger Cats as well, because the officiating is that bad. It seems to me in today's CFL, the only way you can really be guaranteed to win is to be up 50 points with 3 minutes to go, right? Part of the excitement of the game is a close game, but far too many games this year got decided by the officials making crappy calls, and I don't like that. It's the same thing in the NFL. What are you going to do? There has to be a solution somewhere, but all through the league, I didn't see proper application of the rules, especially the taunting, because I can't stress enough how much I can't stand that guy. I hate the fact that they won the Grey Cup again. I can't stand Moss and his style of coaching, yelling and screaming like a little infantile on the sidelines. I just hate it, and I hate that kind of behavior is rewarded with championships. That's just me, though. That's just me. Anyways, sorry, I just said that Montreal won. What am I talking about? Clearly, they didn't win the Grey Cup. Sorry, but they won. Obviously, the Eastern Final. Sorry, I'm going to backtrack there. Everyone, if you're already in the comments yelling at me about the Grey Cup, sorry, Saskatchewan fans. We know who won the Grey Cup. But anyways, long story short, I was really disappointed with the end of the Tiger Cat season. I don't know. I'm going to go in, and I have a few comments about things that could happen next season. I don't know if Bo Levi Mitchell is going to stay. Milanovic has already come out and said he wants him to stay. I don't know why. He's gotten 3 years. The first year he was banged up. The second year he got benched, and the third year he laid an egg in the playoffs. Why? So what? He put up great stats. So what? I'd rather have ugly wins and a few ugly losses, and then have a team who wins the Grey Cup. Just saying. I don't think we need to have Bo Levi Mitchell as our quarterback to pad his career stats anymore if it means we're not going to win a championship. That's all we want in Hamilton. The longest drought of any team in the CFL right now is Hamilton. We've been to 4 and lost them all. We want a championship bad, and I don't think Bo's the guy. I like him. Met him personally. Great guy. I don't know. I think he's done. He's old. And maybe if he signs, he can be like a bench coach almost for Taylor Powell, who is the future of our team. And if we lose him because we hang on to Bo, I'm going to be very, very upset. I watched Anthony Calvillo play for Hamilton, and the coaching was terrible, and he ended up moving on to Montreal, and we all know what happened there. Anyways, I don't know how I feel about. I do know how I feel, but about Bo Levi Mitchell staying on. I think we need to make the move to Taylor Powell and get him integrated more in the offense. We've signed Tyler Chanowski, my favorite. He is my favorite Tiger Cat. There's no question about it. Hometown person, I think, or Burlington, whatever, close in the area at least. And he is the heart and soul of special teams. He's made a couple of clutch catches, made very great blocks. He's just an all-around football player, and I'm really happy that they re-signed him. We'll just see what shakes down in the offseason. Like I said, I have not looked at it yet, but the schedule was released today. So we're going to have a look at that and see how it shakes down. One other thing I had seen so far in Toronto. Who's that? Who did they sign as a coach? Miller, who I've never even heard of before. He's gone ahead and said that Kelly is going to be their starting quarterback, which again is another stupid mistake because he should be out of the league just because. He's not a good ambassador for our sport, and he's just an all-around jerkface, and he shouldn't be playing. Anyways, I'm going to leave it there. I got a lot of work to do to keep up with moves and stuff in the off-season. And, so why don't we leave, like I say, we'll leave it there. This is sort of wrapping up the season, even though we're already going into next season stuff. But I'm going to keep this channel, keep comments and stuff going on my other podcast, which is Podcast of a Normal Guy. So instead of running this one and the other one, I'm just going to shuffle everything over there. I'll stick a link to that podcast in description for this video. So if you want to keep up to date with my comments and stuff about the Tire Cats, because that podcast is really sort of about everything, some politics stuff, some just general comments about life, and then I'll include things about the CFL in there. And then, of course, once the season starts, I'll get this channel up and running again. So follow me on Podcast of a Normal Guy. Check out the link. Have a great day, everybody. And yeah, what can I say? It's winter. Drive safe. And we're close to Christmas, so everybody have a good holiday. And we'll catch up with you later. Right, bye.